Good morning, church. It's Pastor Josh here with Chad alongside me. We've got some announcements for you this week. All right, number one, did you know that we have a church app? You ought to by now because we talk about it all the time.
It's pretty cool.
We hope that you download it and it is not going to ask for any private information. It just is there to let you know what's happening in the church. The link is below this video. Please get the church app. All of the things we're going to talk about, more information will be available online and on the church app. So
you can also go to our homepage and get the direct link for that app as well.
That wasn't your time to talk yet, Chad.
Well, hey,
right.
Here we are. That's how we roll.
All right, number one, the Housing Coalition is, we're hoping to partner with them in their spring carnival. They need volunteers. And if you'd like to volunteer for a couple of hours next Saturday, May 22nd, please click the link below. You can be on the setup team, help to run the games. Let's show up as the Commonplace Church and be a part of this. Women's Retreat is happening as well on June 11th to 13th. And again, if you'd like to register, information is online. And also, where else can they find about this? On the church app.
On the church app, absolutely. Listen, church, Jesus has been so generous to us, and we want to be generous to him as well. And so if you want to give to the work of Jesus here at Commonplace, we would encourage you to do so. You can do that through the church app.
Oh, you can?
You can. You can also do it through a website, but the church app is the place to do that. So we would encourage you to do that. Now, we know that in this season of church planting preparation, that there has been some concern or apprehension and excitement and hope as well. And so we want to speak to that a little bit. So we want you to know that it is normal for a healthy biblical church to multiply. And Josh is just going to share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we've been talking about church planting for, 2 or 3 years now. But as we move closer and closer to the fall, kind of like the rubber is hitting the road, and it's creating very real changes in the church. And so we wanted to take the next couple of weeks to talk about some of those, the practical implications of those changes. One of the things that you might feel kind of like a tension in you as you pray about and think through which congregation God's calling you to be a part of at the Commonplace, whether it's part of his congregation at the coffee shop in the fall or at the Roxy, is you might feel kind of like this allegiance to a certain location. Like, man, it's so familiar in one place or another. And familiarity is good, but I want to ask you to think through your decision about location through the lens of mission. And where is Jesus calling you to be on mission with him? This is going to be the first of many plans, we believe, for our church as we try to multiply Jesus Church in common places where people already gather and meet together. Now, our campfire sessions are beginning in just a few weeks, and one of those...
Next week, the 23rd, actually.
That's right, thank you. One of those is going to be at my home on the Island Road, and the other one is going to be at Chad's home. And Chad's campfire session is, what are some things you're going to be talking about at yours?
Yeah, so one of the reasons that we're having the campfire sessions the way we are is the church plant launch date is actually coming up sooner than you think. We're aiming for September. We think it's going to be the 19th, but we're working out those details. But one of the reasons that we have the campfire sessions the way we do right now is so that we can begin to prepare and build as a team together. And so I would reiterate, if you feel called to be a part of that church plant team, come talk to me about it. And we want to make sure that you get plugged in. And we're going to be discussing things like, what is the culture of Commonplace at Avenue going to look like? What does it mean? When are we going to gather? What's going to happen when we do gather? And so we're going to be essentially discussing that culture, those ideas, and a lot of different stuff as it pertains to the church plant, specifically back in the coffee shop.
Yep. So if you are interested and feel perhaps curious about what it would be like to be part of that church plant team, go to the campfire sessions starting Sunday night, next 23rd. Sunday night, the 23rd, at the Long's house, and also we'll be hosting one at my house. Those are all of our announcements for today. Thanks for joining us.